Well, hello, Atlas SE users. It's Glenn here, and today I wanted to talk about how to download from a newer model Garmin GPSMap62. It's a little bit different than the older 60 CSX. We're going to be working in Atlas SE, and we're going to take a little bit of venture into the world of G7 to Win. Um, First thing we want to do is make sure that G7 to Win is configured properly. So, um, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in Windows Explorer to where my G7 to Win program lives. You sort of need to know where this is. I just click on the folder and then start the program. You may have an icon on your desktop and you can get into it that way. Um, Things I'm looking for when I come in here, datum needs to be set to NAD 27 con US. If it's not, you can click on File and then pick Datum. And then it gives you a whole big long list. Just pick that out of the list and double click it to make it take effect. Then I always like to do save configuration after that. The next thing you want to check is do file configuration. This is a big screen. It has a lot of different options, but you want to make sure that where it says select GPS that it says Garmin USB. Then the degree display mode, set it to degrees and then decimal degrees. Make sure that the COM port is set to USB, and that's about all I change in here. Go ahead and say, click Save Configuration first, and then say OK. Once all those things are set, that's about all we need to do in G7 to Win. So I'm going to go back to Atlas SE here. I had the Sterling District Geo open. So at this point, I'm going to plug in my GPS Map62. And most of the time when you plug it in, your computer will find it and recognize it as an external hard drive. If it doesn't, you can hit F5, although it doesn't need to necessarily recognize it. The only thing that needs to recognize it is the computer. You can see there that it picked it up under autoplay, but so I now know that it's connected. So once I have that plugged in and I'm here in Atlas SE, I go up under GPS and I click download. Then I'm going to download from a GPS model device or computer, so I click that radio button. This is a key part right here. You need to make sure that the G7 to Win location is set. So this is set to the same location where my program was before. And you can just browse and go to that spot if it's blank. So I just went past it. I just go in here, and if I say OK, then it picks up that and sets the path properly. So the next thing I need to do is pick the GPS model that I'm using, which is the Garmin 62 and newer. Once I do that, this can be a little tricky. It's like, okay, now what do? I try to download and, I click on that button and it's grayed out. What you do at this point is you click Get GPS Files. It's going to bring up a window that lets you browse on your GPS. And what you're looking for is the folder that says GPX. So you double click on that. And once you get inside there, you can see the GPS tracks that have been saved. Now, if you're going for the track that you just did today, if it still is today, that would be in the current folder. But these are tracks and waypoints that were collected earlier. So I'm going to click on the first one, hold down the Shift key and select them all. Then I'm going to say Open. It's going to load them in here into the window. I can drag that down just to see. At this point, I could pick, ones to exclude if I got them in there by mistake or whatever. But I'm pretty good. I'm just going to take all of them. The nice thing about this is you can see by date how it separates them out. And if you didn't want to do, all the waypoints or tracks on your GPS like the older 60 did, you got it all. You could get rid of those or whatever, either here or back before when we picked it. So everything's good. I just say download at this point. And you're going to see up in here, it's going to whip through. It's going to start bringing in the tracks, and waypoints take a little bit longer. And it's going through its rigmarole, and it's getting close to being done. I think that was one more. Look at that. Okay, so it's done. And it keeps the last one selected. So I can do zoom to chosen, and you can see all these nice waypoints that were collected, and that's about all there is to it. So hopefully that's been beneficial and explains some of the key points on how to download your tracks and waypoints from a GPSMap62 into Atlas SE. Okay, well, until I see you or talk to you later, have fun making maps. Bye.